on a road to wherever I want. And you see, I go with the wind, the places I've been, I keep them within. Holding on to a feeling so strong.
Hey y'all, kitchen's open. Hope everyone's doing well. I am trying to find my little thingy that makes this happen. Not finding it. If you have never said hi before, please drop us a hello over here, down here, wherever that is on your computer. Folks in there are who I call for a good time in the kitchen, and we would love to give you a warm welcome. This is a little spontaneous today, so let's see how we do. Let's see who's here. The Paul Duncan. Hello, sir. I need to know what's up with the boot. Golly, how are you? How you feeling today, my friend? Hobbs, it was nice to spend time with you this morning. Beth, I'm going to come back to you, Beth. I'm going to say hi to everybody, and then I'm going to come back to you, Beth. Patrice, we got our time together today in the end, so that's good. Oh boy, there's a whole bunch of news. Okay, all right, let's go back to Beth here for a second. Beth, thank you for joining. Everybody, this is my friend Beth. She started as a mentor, and then I dazzled her, so she hired me, and then we just stayed friends. So, Beth, thanks for joining us today. And Icy, how you doing? This is my cousin. It's nice to see people coming through. So cool. You misplaced your thingy? Do we need to talk? Just making sure. All right. Today we are doing black-eyed peas the way that I do them for New Year's. I already did them for New Year's, but somebody in our LGL fam asked for a video on this, so I wanted to do that. Plus, they were really good, and I just wanted some more. So win-win. But first, a cocktail. I am going to do a sidecar today. So let's get rolling. Uh-oh. Hold on. That should do it. Okay. Come on. There we go. All right. Sidecar. 2 ounces of bourbon. An ounce of triple sec. I've got no measuring device. nor did I make a cheat. There we go. 2 ounces of bourbon, an ounce of triple sec. Got to make that lemon juice because, well, didn't do it yet. But we all know how to do this, right? Good for a refresher. All right. On the third, not on the half, the third. Someone needs to sharpen our knives. Other third, down the middle, and then you can go straight into your vessel. Hey, Obs. I'm glad you're sitting down now, Paul. All right, so need about half of this. And, well, we're going to get lazy on the garnish tip tonight. How's that sound? All right. Rim your glass. Nice and easy. Especially if you remember to have your fine sugar out. And I don't, so let me grab that. Feels like it's been forever since we've seen each other, y'all. Been like 3 days, I think. Not even that. All right. Now, clear this away so I can get to work. Aubrey, I'm liking this one a lot better. It's small enough. The other one was way too big for my hand. Yeah, we've been a little spoiled, haven't we? Yes, we did age. We've all aged a little. Okay. Yes, we've been a little spoiled. That's the one thing about starting this stuff in December for the very first time. You start to think that that's normal. All right. Sidecar. You know, I keep finding new favorite cocktails. This could be a problem. Or a solution. All right. I'm gonna get my cutting board. I've got everything assembled over here, so we're just gonna jump right in. Oh no, we're not gonna jump right in. I need to clean something first. All right, this is gonna be a new little thing I'm gonna try here. Mr. Paul Duncan, I went and got something for you. Let's see how this goes, guys. Give me feedback in the chat. Paul, we need a carrot. Okay, so this isn't technically B-roll. It's me just going to get a carrot. That'll do. All right, so let's watch the carrot. You know, I prefer to do better B-roll than that because that's not B-roll. That's just Dina didn't edit anything. But, you know, it's nice to go for a little walk. There's your carrot, my friends. What's this, Aubrey? Serious? Me? Never. All right. Choke up. Grab it like you mean it. Get your fingers around it so you're nice and safe. And let's get cutting. And once again, this is far more carrot than I need for any single dish. So put that over there. Mr. Powell, I will get you measurements after the fact here. Carrots are done. So what I've already done is I did the beans earlier, about the time I scheduled. I got these done in the Instant Pot, so they're pretty much ready. So we're not going to have to wait around for those. So my grandma used to make this on New Year's. And I mean, I thought that that's what the tradition was. And after talking to the last of my father's siblings over the last few years, Grandma didn't do this when they were growing up. I think she started it like probably when I was a little kid. But nonetheless, it's something that I remember from Grandma. So it's not the same without it. This New Year's Day, this is the first thing that I cook every single year. And if Keely were here, she would tell you that I am cutting these on the slanty, on the bias, because I think they're pretty. Not for any other reason. What's that? Paul, I am not suggesting anything. Well, maybe. Drink. Yes, you should. I think that's a fine idea. And I can make fantasizing about curry a New Year's tradition, since I can't get any out here. All right, I'm going to drop this into a bowl. Wait, I thought you had a grilled cheese. You know, I should never cut on this little groovy side. I don't like the groovy side ever. I don't know why I'm using this side, but you know, hey. That'll give the dog something to do for the next 35 minutes. All right, I've got sorry, not sorry. That was a blast, though. Thank you for challenging me, Patrice. That was a lot of fun. You know, I can't say that I usually put red peppers in here, but they were staring at me in the fridge, and I needed to use them. Hey, Rich. I was thinking about you a few minutes ago. I think we need to do a stream together where I make your black eyed peas. Or we make them together. I had a lot of fun on the crepe stream. That was a good time. Obs, she co-hosted Friday night when we did crepes, and I think we were a little more, let's say, free-flowing with the innuendo than usual. All right, onions. All right, we all know how to cut an onion, right? Let me show you anyhow. Leave the root end on. Cut off the top. Now you got a flat surface, nice and safe. Undress it. There she is. Were your ears burning, yo? I was just talking about you. Yeah, we were a little loose with the innuendo on Friday night. This is very true. Yeah, it was an unstable connection, that's for sure. Or you guys were enjoying drinking. This onion is not giving up any skin tonight. Right. You know, for the sake of the stream, I'm just gonna lose one layer. There we go. A little loose, yeah. It was just a little obs. But weren't you off with your you were off somewhere with your dirty cherries for a while that night, weren't you? All right, so back to the job we're doing here. In case you have not seen this before, we're just gonna cut almost all the way to the top, but not quite. How's that working out for you, pal? You liking it? Oh crap, Keels, I was gonna put some in that box for you and I forgot. Elaine, welcome. Thanks for coming over. Pull up a stool, get comfortable. Watch me cut my finger off. Wow. All right. Onions are done. I'm gonna move them over to the pot here real quick. Actually, I'm not. Not yet. Not yet, yo. All right, garlic time. Got a whole bunch of Lucy's out here because we've been going through a lot of garlic in December, which is good. So again, cut off the root end. Grab it like you mean it, y'all. I'm messing around. And you know, this knife has had quite a bit of action in the last month. It's not as sharp as it needs to be. But yeah, I got you, Callie. I don't understand, Keely. Sled dogs, huh? Elaine, you don't have to learn to cook while you're here. Or if you do, I'm not going to tell anybody. I just like having you here. So that gets the skin off easily, y'all. Mostly easily. All right. I think what you want to learn to do, Elaine, is find my house so you can come up while I'm doing this sometime. Hang out. All right, we're just going to mince this up real quick. Lisa, do you remember Grandma Taylor making this stuff? Or was this after you? All right, got our garlic and our onions. Girlfriend needs a drink. All right. Stove action. Yep, that was too hot. There's your ASMR, Callie. I'm going to let these sweat for a minute. I think I'm going to make another cocktail real quick. It's hot in here. Ooh. So what's everybody doing today? What are we doing? So, I put some beers out in the snow, and I forgot that I had actually put them in the dog yard, and well, I'm going to have to do some work before I can actually drink those beers, because they were objects for cash to aim at. Don't leave your beer in the snow. I certainly hope people don't really think this, but it is funny now that I understand it. Yeah, Grandma was always cooking something, Lisa, that's for sure. P99 fans. Gotta love it. If I had a trackpad, that would be a lot easier to hit. All right. Let's check out what's happening behind me here. Now we're starting to sweat a little. Please talk amongst yourselves for a moment while I go get some chicken stock. Tori, you're right on time, my friend. The good part, I just made another cocktail. And it's good. All right. Let's go see what's happening behind me here. So while this continues to work its magic, I'm going to cut up the meat. In fact, no. Let me start over. Here's my my smoked pork shank, ham hock, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to throw that in there right now. This whole house is a pantry, Aubrey. Haven't you figured that out yet? Okay. You know what you don't want? You don't want what I just got, which is a hot onion down your shirt. It's really hot. Well, you really don't. You shouldn't know that yet, Aubrey. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna take that one. I'm gonna take that one. So, ham steak from my butcher guy. And you know, it pissed me off to get all of this fat when I was eating it earlier this week, so I'm just gonna pull it off now. Yes, it did add a little sizzle. Someone needs to sharpen her knives. So theoretically, I should have done this meat first, but you know me, I do the meat whenever I want. Right? Right? I'd love to know what you use. We might have to talk about that on Friday. So next step here is to just get the beans in there and add the stock. So let's do that, yeah? Now I would normally, okay, time to be true story, folks. I would normally do all of it in here, in the Instant Pot. It's just easier, the flavors come together better, but somehow that sitting time just doesn't work on live streams, and I didn't want to make yet another pot ahead of time because, well, this was a last minute deal. So I'm gonna drop this in here. Aubrey, tell me what you got. This is mine. It's a Skeletool. So that means it's wet and hard? God, that's hot. I usually put this in my bowl, but I'm gonna do a little something different here. There we go. And how about a little bit of salt and pepper? And I think I'm gonna go for a little oregano. And I'll take one request from the crowd. I was all nonchalant about, oh, I'm going to use oregano, but guess what? Who can't find her oregano? It's almost empty, y'all. All right, here we go. I wouldn't usually use homemade, but again, this was kind of a last minute thing and I didn't defrost anything, so. Okay, we're gonna keep it real here, ladies and gentlemen, with my giant too large lid. Let's see what y'all are talking about. Oh, you're not talking, okay. Time, yes ma'am. I've got some of that right here for you. Okay, there's your Mary Poppins moment. Just saying. Does anybody else have black eyed peas for New Year's every year? My tradition, beyond making the black eyed peas and eating them every year, is that I post a picture on. Wow, look at all that. We're going to use this. It kept falling into the beautiful liquor set, so we're going to use all these little bits of it here. Yeah, so I cook it. It's the first thing I cook every year. Must be. I will go hungry all day before I cook anything. So I can have black eyed peas first. And my understanding is the tradition, feel free to correct me if I'm wrong or fill in the blanks, but my understanding is that it is represents coins, and then the collards that some people eat with it represent green, money. So that's that. Tell me, do I have that right? Or at least mostly accurate in your book? I'd love to know where it fits into your family's stories. Grandma used to make cornbread with it, if I recall correctly. But I've kind of went my own way because, I'm half Filipino and I need my rice. So we have rice today. And while I am half Filipino and I need my rice, I went with basmati. So that usually makes the bed. And then put the beans in it. I'm going to give that a couple more minutes and on the fly try to think of something to talk about to keep you entertained. So yeah, Grandma. We've talked about Grandma a little bit. Both of my parents were children in a family of 9 siblings, or nine kids. So Dad was the second, the oldest. Yes, Obs, half Filipino. Last time I checked. So I was told. The other half at Kansas. Okay, the black eyed peas are for good luck and the collards are for the money. Okay. I like that. And I have been at Beth's at New Year's. And the food is good. The food is really good. Even better is the food at when the Blue Angels fly over, because she always got good barbecue. So good. All right. PHF, whatever. You know what I mean. All right. So yeah, Grandma used to cook this. Dad was the second of 9. Mom was somewhere in the middle, so I guess that puts her at like 5. Mom's the only one left, actually, out of her 9. And there's a couple left. Dad's already passed away. But yeah, Grandma would cook. And Grandma's always cooking. Always cooking. That girl was cooking. One of the things I remember the most is she would make interesting jellos. Like, okay, no big deal. There's some peach flavored jello with some walnuts and some other, like a fruit cocktail can poured in. But what made it interesting was Grandma would find these little toys. Like, y'all remember those little parachute men that you'd get at I don't even think we had dollar stores when we were kids, but there were the little parachute men about this big. She would wrap those up as best she could, as tight as she could in saran wrap, and then she'd put them in the jello. So you'd get a little parachute man with your serving of jello. I remember that, yeah. There's last time I counted, 81 cousins on that side of the family. So there must have been a hell of a lot of little parachute men now that I'm thinking about it. Dime stores, yes. And Paul, I don't remember what time Grandma had, but I love that you remember what time lunch and dinner was. that again, it reiterates that feeling of you being across the counter here and us just hanging out. Thank you for sharing that. I want to see if I can find something because I want to show y'all. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. You're not sure you've ever had black-eyed peas. Okay. Well, if you come for summer camp, I'll make some for you. Promise. Let me see if I can find this thing because I think it's kind of cool, and I need to kill a minute or two. So here's the funny thing. My recipe book, which I will show you all sometime, it's not in a position for me to just grab. But you saw me writing in it in the waffles B-roll. My recipe book is a hardback lab book, essentially. And God, I wish you could smell this. This was Grandma Taylor's. And it's from 1929, and I'm going to try to get out of the frame. She wrote it in an old school comp book. And she's got her noodles and her veal loaf and molasses cookies. And then just straight up cookies, because you know, if you're legit like that, you can just call it cookies. Griddle cakes, gingerbread. I've got Grandma's cookbook, and I think you've only seen me cry one other time, and that was when I was holding something that belonged to Grandma. So, you see how much cooking means to me. And I don't cook because... Well, let me rephrase that. I cook because I love to feed people. And it took me a long time to realize that. I used to think that, oh, I just like to cook. I'm really good at this. And I realized, no, I've become good at it because I want to feed people. And we feed people in different ways. Keely, you picked me up and ran me along when I needed help. That's feeding somebody. Tori, you've helped me out a number of times with the dogs. That's feeding somebody. And it's not just food. It's what we give each other. And what I'm good at giving is food. Probably some other things. All right, let's check this out. I'm going to put this away before it gets into a place. All right, stove over here. Now it's on. Ready to get a facial, y'all? Oh, I didn't mean it like that. Sorry. Not sorry. All right, so this is a little soupier than I'd like, a little wetter than I'd like. On a normal day, I would just go ahead and let this boil off a little bit, but I check a pea. Yep, they're ready. So, they're TV ready, internet ready, all the things ready. I'm actually going to let these cook some more before I really eat them, but they will do for now. I'm going to grab a bowl, plate this up, and release everybody for the day. But first, let's drink. Man, it took, what, like an hour to get to a drink? Maybe I shouldn't be taking a week off, y'all. Where's my bowl? Oh, I forgot to, yeah, we need garnish. So parsley, you need to get just the leaves. Do not do the stems with parsley. Cilantro, you can do the stems. Parsley, you don't want to do that. Just don't. I feel you, Paul. And I want to know, Patrice, tell me. Tell me. And you're right, Aubrey, it's not just food. There's something about it. Yeah. Are you on strike, Patrice? All right, so what I've done here is I've denuded the stems. Got just the leaves here. I've kind of rolled them up as best I can. If I had giant parsley, it would be easier, but we're gonna roll with this. And I'm just gonna pretend like I've got a giant leaf here rolled around the other leaves like a chiffonade. Grab it like you mean it, y'all. Choke up all the things and just really gently. And you know, really it doesn't matter with parsley. If this was basil, we'd be having a whole different conversation. But parsley's a little tougher than basil. All right, that's that. Done. All right. I'm gonna put some rice in the bowl. Sandok. Uh-oh. There's my sandok. Lucy, if you're still here, I've got it one. Rice spoon. It's called a sandok. S-A-N-D-O-K in Tagalog. So I've got my bed of rice. Put these beans to bed. And we're pretending that these beans have had a time to simmer and really get the flavors. But, you know, it's the internet. Don't believe everything you see, y'all. A little bit of that carrot in there for color. And we move over here, we're going to take the money shot. Well, not really. There it is, y'all. I'm gonna get a spoon. And you know, if you ever wonder why it is I trip every time I come over here, because there's a dog bed here that seems to move right here. Can't see him, but it seems to move. Just it shifts a little bit. So what this needs is a little Malden. So back here for the money shot. Holly, I use normally what I use is dry peas. I don't like using canned. To me, they just don't have the flavor. And there's something really zen about that time that you have to put in to get the beans where they're supposed to be. So I found that the Instant Pot works really well when you've kind of forgotten to soak them overnight because you've been making crepes the night before or whatever. What does your family do? Tell me. Where do I get the labels for my top of my jars? This one, I made it. The other jars, I presume you're meaning like this. And I need to follow up with Dirt Road Designs to see if she can etch them for me, but right now these are just stickers. I just did some decals right after the before times ended. I created these. This, can you see the pantry? Yeah, you can see the pantry. This was wire shelves at the beginning of lockdown, and it was hellish. It was terrible looking. I hated it, and so the kitchen and I really bonded in 2020. That was when I really upped the game. This counter wasn't here. It was just this wide open space, and the dining. That is technically the dining room from this wall here over, and the people I bought it from had had a table that was really nice actually, and I said, you know, I'm in the offer. I said I want the table, and they said no because the husband had made it. So I kept on trying to find a table that was small enough but big enough, and I just never did. And Sherry and I had talked a million times about maybe putting some seating around the windows, but I love looking out the window. So then when lockdown happened, I was in a position where I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna sit my ass at those two windows, and I'm gonna look out, and I'm gonna see my world. And it was the best thing ever, y'all. Seriously, the best thing ever. See what you're talking about here. Pyramid salt. It is the Malden sea salt flakes. Obs. And let me see if I can get one up close here for you. I think I've beat these up enough that there's nothing. They're little pyramids. They're diamonds. You know, when they're done. Oh, here's one. I just don't think I can get close enough. They're really flaky, and what I like about them is they're kind of like grappling hooks. They hold on to the food, so you get a nice bite. You know, a good salty bite. I don't know how they do it, but they're freaking amazing. All right. I think you paid admission, so you're supposed to see me eat or something. Put it in my mouth. That's what it looks like. I wish I could show you the steam coming off of it, but anyhow. Ooh, it's hot on the bottom. What's nothing better than a hot bottom? This is pretty good, y'all. For not having actually sat and had time on the oven, on the stove, excuse me. For not having, excuse me, not having a chance to really simmer. Let me try that again. Gretchen, Do not ever doubt me. So yeah. Okay, you could see a little steam. Good, Callie. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so this is the thing, and I will take another. Actually, I don't need to take a money shot because I had one already because I already did that. So, any questions? I would love to hang out and talk for a minute if you'd like. We do fresh peas if we can find them. Yes, fresh peas. Okay. Gosh, Collie. Have I told you how much I love you? You and I need to DM. So you need to DM me and say question mark, please, right now, Collie. Because I have something that I want to send to you, and I've been meaning to do that for a couple weeks since I did the butter episode. And it's just slipped my mind every single time. So please help me out because I do have something that I want to send to you. But yeah, the fresh ones, I've had them twice. And oh my God, they're hard to find. But when you find them, it's like, ching, yes. So good, so good. So I actually started growing some this year, and I don't know which one of these it is. One of these has some black-eyed peas in it. I think it's this one. The purple one has black-eyed peas. Obviously not enough to do a New Year's, but still it's pretty cool to think that I actually grew some black-eyed peas. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm going to try it again this year. Any questions? Any requests for next time? Just so everyone knows, I'm going to say this twice. I am trying. Oh, gosh, yes! Here I am worrying that you're not seeing this. Thank you, Principal Walker. Thank you for coming. Yeah, we got the black-eyed peas and the rice. And in some places that might be called Hoppin' John, if I recall correctly. Somebody needs to correct me if I'm wrong on that. So, Principal Walker, it's so nice to see you tonight. We're going to make this at summer camp. I think it needs to be a requisite. Well, Collie, I hope that this does it for you. I've already had mine for the year, so I'm going to eat these for you and transfer the good luck and the money to you. How's that sound? All right, I know that there's about a 40-second delay, so I'm going to chill here while I'm eating, which means the internet gets to watch me eat for 40 seconds, but you know, I'm good at that now. Okay, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful night. Thank you for dropping in on this impromptu stream. I highly recommend the sidecar. Beth, Lisa, thank you for coming for the first time. Everybody, these people are my true family. So next time you see Beth and Felicia, give them a warm Silver Lining Homeplace welcome. I love y'all, and I will see you Thursday night at 4 p.m. Pacific. Y'all take care.